Hi, Darrell here. I get a lot of questions from students who've seen the videos or have actually taken one of my classes, and they say, I really like your brush caddy. So why don't I just show you a couple of brush caddies that they're referencing. This is the larger brush caddy that I like to use. It's the 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7-inch containers. And what I like about this is right here in the back, you can separate all the different large brushes that you typically use. There, I've got some fan brushes, some large filbert brushes, and then of course I like to use these really big brushes, 2 inches and 1 inches, right here. And then I also have knives and palette knives and smaller brushes. So the thing is, if you like to be organized, quickly grab a brush. This is a kind of caddy that you can use. Now, the nice thing about this is you don't have to have 18. Sometimes I like to be a little portable. So I have a smaller caddy with a little handle that I like to use. See that? And they're all 5-inch with one 7-inch in the center. And I can take this with me when I go and teach as one mechanism, just sit it right next to my easel, or I can put it on a screw that's already in my easel and it'll hang out of the way. So it's a nice little caddy. But both of these caddies are extremely easy to make. I have not found anything like that in any of the stores that I have gone to. So what I did is made this myself. Now, I didn't originally design this. I was in England once taking an art class, or giving an art class, and a gentleman who was disabled was making money putting these together. And unfortunately, I can't tell you how to go and purchase it from this gentleman, and the shipping would be prohibitive. So I came up with a particular method of making this. So let me show it to you. As we get ready to go ahead and start putting together the brush caddy, there's a few tools, a few items that we're going to need. Not a lot, fortunately. The very first thing we're going to need is a magic marker. A black magic marker, a gray one, a red one, a yellow one. It does not matter, you need one of those. The other thing you're going to need is a ruler. Okay? And this will help you mark off the different sizes you're going to need. I like using a metal one, but you can use a regular tape measure if you will. I also have some silicone glue here. It's just what you use in a normal household. And so make sure you have a little bit of this. You can also use something like Elmer's carpenter glue. Okay, and you also are going to need some tape. I like using electrical tape. I like the red just because you get choices of green, black, red, gray. So I'm using red today. You can use your favorite color though. And of course, you're going to need your PVC piping. Now, if you get a big long one like this, the nice thing is you can exercise too while you're making this and get yourself back into that wonderful fitness. Okay, you're going to need one other tool. And then use whatever saw you have. I happen to have a miter saw because my daughter's a carpenter, and so I have access to heavy duty equipment, but you can use a skill saw. And basically we'll use this to cut the PVC piping. The very first step now is to measure the PVC pipe. Okay, I'm going to mark off 5, 6, and 7-inch length on my PVC pipe. It typically takes about 2 8-foot long pipes in order to make the large 18 container caddy. So there we have 5 inches, so I'll go ahead and mark that just right there like that. Okay, this is not an exact science, so as close as you can get to it, the best that it works. So 5 plus 6 is 11 inches, so we'll come right up here to the 11th inch, and I'll go ahead and just mark it right there. So that's 5, that's 6, now we'll go to 7. 7 and 11 is 18. So we'll come right over here to the 18-inch mark, and I'll continue down both lengths of the pipe until I have all 18 containers. The nice thing that I have here is a laser light that will actually show. So once I've lined the blade up, then I'll turn the system on and we'll see the nice little red laser light. what we have here are 3 different sizes of the containers for our brush caddy. We have the 7-inch, the 6-inch, and the 5-inch. I have a knife for cutting the strips of electrical tape that we're going to be using. So the very first step is to grab a hold and pull out your electrical tape. And I want to take 2 of them right about like that, okay? And I want to tape the bottom. So I'll start with 1, just like this, and I'll go ahead and just an inch or so from the bottom, go ahead and wrap this tape right next to it. Now I'm going to stretch this out a bit, just like that. Okay, a little bit longer. And I'll put the next one. See how I've got that? And then I just go ahead and wrap it around just like that. Now when I'm done, I use my other tool, the knife, to go ahead and slice it off. Try and do this gracefully so that you can all see exactly what I'm doing. Alrighty. Now, the thing to do is to put the 3rd one there. And again, I'm lining up the bottoms. Now I'll come across all 3 pipes. So it's just the bottom one that I'm doing all of this to. See, just like this. Turn this until it's tight. Flip it over just like that. Line her up again. Hold it down. And there you go. Flip it over. And I do this twice. Takes a little bit of tape, but it really holds everything in place. And once I get past the little container on the 2nd wrap, then I'll cut the tape. So there we are. I'm now past that. The only thing left to do is 1 more strip, and that will be at the top of the 5-inch, just like that. Okay, no need to do anything to hold these 2 together. And now I can just stand it on and easily go right around. Now, I've shown this to several students and they like using glue, but nothing quite works like the tape does. Besides that, I like the color combination, red and white. Okay, so that's the 2nd wrap. Press up against the tape. Okay, so we have 3 of these together, and so what I'll do is line up 6 of these, and then I'll go around twice again the entire set of 6 until I have my entire caddy done, which will look just like that. Now for the smaller one, all I did was put them all together, and I had a friend hold it, and I did 1 at the top of the 5 and 1 at the bottom of the 5. And as you can see, there's 6 5-inch and 1 of the 7-inch. And that's as simple as it gets. Now I have an invitation for you. If you've enjoyed this tip and our other tips, we have another tip for you that you can access absolutely free, no cost, no obligation, nothing. And that is, how can you, as a beginning artist, not only learn to paint, but learn how to sell your paintings? There's a pretty good technique out there that I've stumbled across. Done a lot of research, done a lot of testing, and it works. A lot of my students that are now selling their paintings, they don't make tons of money, but they make money, and that's important. And there's nothing that quite gives you credibility in life as someone else saying, you know, I really like your painting. How much would you sell it to me for? And I think that's a good thing. So I've written up all my experiences, all 20 years of it, into how you, as a beginning artist, can learn to sell your painting. And this is available to you absolutely free no cost, no obligation, by going to darrellcrow.com/videos. I'm Darrell Crow, and yes, you can paint.